guaranteed and irreversible. Since it is built on a constitutional foundation. They are assured that they will not be subjected to any injustice and discrimination, but will be provided with better working conditions and terms of service. This is a victory of the Gambian nation. Our national flag will now fly high among those of the most democratic nations of the world. The capacity to effect change through the ballot box has proven power belongs to the people in the Gambia. Violent change is vanished forever from the political life of this country. All Gambians are therefore winners. There is no loser in this election. It is a fact that we contested election on the basis of political diversity, but we build nations on the basis of national unity. We are here assembled as one Gambia, one people, and one nation. Throughout our campaign, we promised to unify our diverse people so that each would take ownership of the country, irrespective of ethnic origin, religion, gender, or other differences. Today, most Gambians are united in order to give Gambia a new start. Hence, as of today, I am the President of the Gambia, regardless of whether you voted for me or not. We could now become the architect of our democratic republic that is built on the pillars of good governance, rule of law, respect for fundamental rights and freedoms. My government will implement comprehensive reforms. This includes constitutional, institutional, and legal reform to expand the democratic gains we have made. Your Excellencies, honorable guests, fellow Gambians, I belong to the generation of children who were born in 1965. With the Gambia becoming independence, I believe in the wise saying that to whom much is given, much is expected. I established a think tank, the Agency for Sustainable Social Economic Development, ASEED. This will bring experts on board to share their knowledge and skill in order to put in place an inclusive development agenda. Your Excellencies, honorable guests, and fellow Gambians, I would like to conclude by saying, men and women of this nation join hands to effect change that was in the making for decades. This is a change that should bring liberty and prosperity to everyone and not to be discriminated on basis of gender, religion, or ethnic origin. We are now determined to build a Gambia where merit and what you know counts more than whom you know. As the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, I call on all personnel of the Armed Forces and other security agencies to remain loyal to the Constitution and the Republic. I command the Chief of the Defense Staff and other officers of high command to demonstrate their loyalty to me as their Commander-in-Chief without any delay. I command all members of the armed forces to remain in their barracks. Those found wanting or in possession of firearms without my order shall be considered rebels. Gambia is our homeland. It demands our love and loyalty. Let us all pledge our firm allegiance to be ever true to our motherland, the Gambia. Long live the Republic. Long live the United People of the Gambia. Forward ever, backward never. Thank you.
Adama Barrow est officiellement président de la République.
Inflation. The financial position weakened considerably, compounded by weak policy implementation, particularly as regards excessive spending relative to mobilization and dwindling external budgetary support. Those in power are not listening to the demands for political or economic reform. Conditions for political participation have been so crafted that political pluralism has been curtailed, generating a feeling of powerlessness among many. Too much power is concentrated in too few hands. We need a new approach to government that involves people in decisions that affect them. Those who make the decisions on behalf of others are too often not accountable. I will restore the sovereignty of the people and impunity and decentralized authority and power. It is my fervent belief and conviction that we can bring about change for a better Gambia by directing our efforts and political capital towards one end, the singular pragmatic goal of ushering in a new and third republic that brings progress by building strong democratic institutions. As institutions, repealing the obnoxious laws that restrict our freedom and liberty, building a strong economy and leveling the political playing field so that the sovereign will of the Gambians will always prevail in their choice of leader. I am committed, if elected, to serve for 1 5-year term only, working with all those who have the capacity and the commitment to salvage the Gambia as it totters on the brink of total collapse. Nothing less than the fate of our nation and the future of our children hang in the balance. We cannot work it alone, neither can we turn back. Together, we can bring the change that is needed. Principles and values need not be compromised, but strategies and tactics must be flexible enough to make progress possible, especially under the difficult political conditions we currently face. Everything I learned in my years of work with the women, men, and the youth of this country, and in academia, has convinced me that Gambians need a president that will serve them, not one that they should serve, not one that looks down on them, but a president who will uphold the constitution, the rule of law, and restore good governance. A government that will bring economic prosperity to Gambians. People want more say in the decisions that affect their lives. The old command and control and control politics, doing things to and for people but never with them, has not and will not work. True democracy does not mean voting every 5 years. True democracy requires the active participation of all citizens in planning the development programs and activities for their localities, working with their wards, village development committees, and other development committees, allowing people affected to take leadership in advancing the best interests based on the common good. Together we can stop further degeneration of our beloved country and contribute to give it a new lease of life where hope, love, and appreciation of each other, respect for fundamental freedom, dignity of the person, rule of law, and peace will thrive in an entity that is nothing other than Gambia. Ensuring that nobody is victimized on the basis of tribe, religion, or political affiliation. For this is the true nature of the Gambian people. Gambians face a dire situation with the APRC regime, and every Gambian has a story to tell. But I urge you to muster courage and stand so that we can make the Gambia better. I seek your support in our quest to bring the Gambia out of isolation, to build bridges and linkages with people of other nations in partnership that safeguard, protect, and promote the interests of the Gambia as a sovereign state. Gambia's interest is best served by engaging with other nation states and being part of the wider international community. I want us to usher in a Gambia that will bring on board the hearts and minds of all Gambians in the diaspora, including those who left the country because of the tribulations, the persecutions, fear, and abuses they face as private citizens, entrepreneurs, academics, politicians, and activists. But more than anything else, a new Gambia of economic prosperity, freedom, rule of law, peace, and stability. The youth of this country are frustrated and their hopes dashed under this regime. Those born at the cusp of the Second Republic have now come of age. 20 years of APRC rule has failed to give them opportunities to fulfill their aspirations and achieve their goals. What their country has failed to give them, i.e. jobs, quality education, good health care, and decent living, they try to seek elsewhere, embarking on perilous journeys across the harsh desert and the wide Mediterranean. The Gambia needs you most now of all times as nation builders and agents of change to build a better Gambia for us all. The belief that the APRC cannot be defeated by election is a misconception that works in their favor. Your votes can defeat the APRC and your
song is for change as we're looking forward to the new Gambia. Peace, progress, and prosperity. Our home, the Gambia.
Papelon ni manja kolbi jande Palandol ni akulu mena jande Golde na manguya Gambia Atena masake fulo de minna pasi padam fanso fena na nyimba ngoko Inshallah wadi kila wae Ni adani ayeba Ni diamta ayesurum Nyimba ngola mansole kolea Ni adani ayeba Ni diamta ayeba Nyimba ngola mansole kumojat Bari nyine ka fan kumojani Ye fen faye Adia tanjale Ye fen faye Adia tanjale Wadi kaka dama ya kumomwe Adia tanjale Hanna de jabiri nyapon Adia tanjale Dalbe salon ko nyinde fenti way Adia tanjale Ni bula da nambaro ko ni maje molbe mina ko